not have ended well for the Jags, but they will always hold a special place in our hearts here on Sports Deck. On the field or in the stands, we want to see you next year on the Fox 40 Sports Deck. Don't forget to tweet us your videos using the hashtag SportsDeck. I'm joined now with Don Ragsdale from Pisgah and his head coach, Michael Granberry. Don is our Sports Deck Player of the Year. He finished the season with 3,132 rushing yards. That's the most in the state of Mississippi and third in the nation. So here you go, Don. That's from our Rick's Pro Truck Player of the Year award. You're so welcome. So thanks again for joining us, guys. Now, I have to ask, did you ever imagine something like this happening? Was this a goal of yours at all?
No, ma'am, not really. It's good that I did. It feels real good, but it wasn't main priority that I had to do it. So
what was the main priority?
Well, we wanted to win and make it farther than we have been in these past years, but you know.
It happens.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's football.
So, Coach, now a big storyline this year with Don Ragsdale is him injuring himself and missing those 2 games, but still being able to, you know, defy all the odds and get over 3,000 rushing yards. Do you think that if he had not missed those last 2 games that he would have passed the first in the nation?
Probably so. I mean, it's hard to say what would have happened with 2 more games. There's a whole lot of records that he might would have broke had we played, you know, the 2 games. But then again, we did not make that a priority. He didn't play the second half in 3 games this season, so 3 or 4 games actually. So, you know, that wasn't a priority. It was kind of a, you know, byproduct of what he does.
What stands out most about Don? You know, you said it's not priority for him to get all those rushing yards. If you had to pinpoint one characteristic that stands out about him,
probably it's just how little any of this affects him. You know, it didn't matter. You know, I don't even know if he knew how close he was to the all-time Mississippi rushing record. Probably people telling him. But for the most part, none of it bothered him. He never questioned anything we did. Don's just going to be Don, and he's going to treat everybody around him with respect. He's going to be good to everybody, and he's going to do whatever somebody asks him to do. And that's kind of the way he handled it. That's the way we handled it. And he's the easiest superstar in the state of Mississippi to coach, I promise that. He'll be remembered for being, in my opinion, one of the best running backs to ever play in Mississippi.
Do you like the attention of being the guy, being a Player of the Year? I mean, I'm sure you don't dislike it, but how do you handle that?
I don't really say much about it. I just kind of go along with the flow.
Is that just how you've always been?
Yes, ma'am.
10 D1 offers for football. Is there anything you can tell me today what you're leaning on, or if you're kind of maybe thinking about just not even taking that route at all?
I don't really know yet. I'm still undecided on that.
Okay.
That's fine.
Thanks again for joining us tonight. You know, coming up on a holiday weekend like this, it's been a pleasure to watch you play, you know, all year long, all last year. I think you're very much deserving of this award, and it's been my honor to watch you play.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
No problem. Moving on to college football, here's a recap from Egg Bowl 2017.